Mission timer initialized. Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Affirmative.
New construction options.
Ready and waiting.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction complete. New construction
Ready and
options.
waiting. Affirmative.
Building.
At once. Affirmative.
Our base
Very
is
well.
under
Yes, sir.
attack.
At
Construction
once.
complete.
Affirmative.
New construction options.
Acknowledged.
Building. Unit lost.
At once. Yes, sir. Agreed. Very well. Acknowledged. Agreed.
Repairing.
Yes, sir. At once. Awaiting orders.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building. Construction complete. 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 Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. Building. On hold. Cancel. Construction complete. Building. Building.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Waiting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Construction complete. Unit ready. Building. Training. Building.
Vehicle acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Training. Construction complete. On hold. Cancel. Building. Unit ready.
Comrade. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Report. Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building. Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Unit
Report
ready.
acknowledged.
Building.
Report acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Engineering. Affirmative. Vehicle
Unit
reported.
ready. Building.
Yes,
New
sir.
construction
Acknowledged.
options.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Repairing.
Waiting.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Unit ready. Construction complete. Building.
Waiting order.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete. Building. Insufficient funds.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Our base is under attack.
Reporting.
Unit ready. Building.
Comrade.
Building. Repairing. Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building. Insufficient
Waiting.
funds.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Yes,
Building.
sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Waiting order. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting.
Comrade. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Comrade. Comrade. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete. Unit ready. Building.
Comrade. Acknowledged.
On hold. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes,
Naval
sir.
unit
Affirmative.
lost. Unit ready. Building. Naval unit lost.
Vehicle
Affirmative.
reporting.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds. Unit ready. Building.
Waiting.
Naval
Acknowledged.
unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Comrade.
Unit ready.
Yes,
Building.
sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Comrade. Affirmative. 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 Waiting order. Affirmative. Waiting affirmative.
Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Building.
Comrade.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Building. Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Construction complete. Unit ready. Building.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Comrade. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting.
Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Lost.
Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Vehicle report. Acknowledged.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Comrade.
Building.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting.
Waiting
Yes, sir.
order.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting.
Unit ready. Building.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Naval unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Base
Acknowledged.
is under attack.
Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Vehicle acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Waiting order.
Building.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Reporting. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Awaiting orders.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Comrade. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Reporting.
Our base is under attack. Building. Insufficient funds.
Report acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Vehicle acknowledged.
Lost.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Awaiting orders.
Building.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit
Comrade.
ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building.
Report affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Waiting affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building. Unit ready.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Report acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Vehicle report. Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
Yes,
Building.
sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting
Base
knowledge.
is under attack. Preparing. Building.
Vehicle report. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Construction complete. Insufficient funds.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes,
Building.
affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost. Unit ready. Building.
Comrade. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Reporting. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Waiting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Awaiting
Acknowledged.
orders.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Comrade.
lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost. Naval unit
Comrade.
lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Waiting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Awaiting
Building.
acknowledged. Affirmative.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Comrade. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready. Building.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting
Unit
orders.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Comrade. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Vehicle
Unit
reported.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Reporting. Vehicle reporting.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Ready and waiting.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Reporting.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Building.
Comrade. Comrade. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Unit
Awaiting
ready.
affirmative.
Building.
Vehicle acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Ready and
Acknowledged.
waiting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit
Ready
lost.
and waiting.
Insufficient funds. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Waiting
Unit
orders. Acknowledged.
ready. Building.
Waiting orders. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Waiting
Unit ready.
affirmative.
Building.
Reporting.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Report. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Building.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Report. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit
Waiting
ready.
orders. Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Report. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Ready and waiting.
Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. At once.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Awaiting
ready.
orders.
Building.
Vehicle acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Ready and waiting.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building. Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Yes,
Building.
sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
On hold. Building. Cancelled.
Vehicle report. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir.
Training.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Waiting.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Waiting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Comrade, affirmative. Comrade, acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Comrade, acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Engineering.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building. Signal flare detected from
Yeah,
west.
okay.
Our base is under attack.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Unit
okay.
ready.
Report acknowledged.
Naval unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Building. On hold. Cancel.
Comrade, affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Naval
Acknowledged.
unit lost.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Report affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Waiting order.
Naval unit lost.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
40
Acknowledged.
minutes
Affirmative.
remaining.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Comrade. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Comrade. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Comrade. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Waiting
Affirmative.
order. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Comrade. Affirmative.
Silence
Acknowledged.
needed. Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Mission accomplished.